Investigate TV is here.
You almost seem speechless.
Watch Investigate TV from the station that's on your side. News 12, first at 5, continues.
As the storm continues to move out, we continue to see the impact here at home. This is some video that our crews got as Idalia pushed inches of rain and strong winds into our area. Aiken saw flooding, snapped trees, and in Burke County, trees also fell into roadways.
Yeah, the storm is settled now, but its impacts, of course, will be felt a lot longer as cleanup continues, especially in our rural areas like Hiltonia. This is video from today showing the damage still left over there. You can see trees just scattered everywhere. It's a small town known to each other as a big family, and when the storm hit yesterday, they didn't hesitate to offer a helping hand after, of course, those trees were spread out across neighborhoods.
And while power lines are still down, debris still around, our Sydney Hood shows us how the small Screven County town is not letting their spirit take a hit.
For a town that only has one caution light, not a lot of action happens out here, but this tree crushing this house, bringing down a power line with it, tells a different story. The winds were so strong, the roots on this tree came up as well. Luckily, no one was inside this house when it happened, but the neighbors nearby were home. And for them, this was a little too much excitement for their quiet town.
Because the noise was so loud, you know, and you can hear it from inside the house. Especially that when a tree hits the ground and then when a transformer pops. Oh my goodness. That sounds like a big gunshot.
And coming up all new tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock, the scary moments during and after the storm, the big pieces left behind to pick up, and the neighbors opening up their doors to help one another. In Screven County, Sydney Hood, on your side.
That is a big tree.
I was just going to say, you can just tell how big it is compared to Sydney there. It's incredible that we saw that kind of damage, but, you know, we saw a lot of rain. We saw that wind come later in the afternoon, which caused a lot of these trees to come down, Riley.
But then look at this, though.
The weekend forecast in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thanks, Riley. We're continuing to get new video of damage left behind from Idalia across the southeast. In Florida, homes now scattered across the area. Crews are cleaning up the trees thrown in the roads. Coffee County, Georgia, also dealing with downed trees there. Flooding in Savannah caused issues for drivers. In parts of North Carolina, got more than 11 inches of rain with wind gusts as strong as 61 miles per hour. Well, new at 5, the Josie High School shooting suspect will stay in custody for another 45 days. Family tells us a 16-year-old who is being charged as a juvenile will undergo a mental health evaluation. The suspect turned himself in after the shooting and was charged with aggravated assault, possession of a firearm, and possession of a handgun for someone under 18. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office says 2 students got into a fight that boiled over into a shooting that sent 1 student to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
Charges against a Columbia County mother accused of attacking a daycare worker have been dropped. That mother, Casey Brooks, also now suing, saying the daycare worker abused her special needs child. The district attorney says Brooks's charges were dropped after she met all the conditions of her pretrial intervention. News 12 first showed you 2 years ago when Brooks confronted June Barrow, the daycare worker, at St. Teresa of Avila Catholic Church. Now, that brawl happening in September 2021 after the mom says she saw videos that she felt showed Barrow abusing her 2-year-old at that time. A judge ultimately decided not to charge Barrow. The lawsuit states the boy at the time had significant speech and developmental delays. Brooks is suing for damages, tuition reimbursement, legal fees, and more. Former President Donald Trump pleads not guilty to all of the charges brought against him by Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis. He entered the formal plea through the court filings instead of being arraigned in person. This marks the 4th time Trump has pleaded not guilty to criminal charges since leaving the White House. Trump is being charged with racketeering in connection with his alleged efforts to overturn the presidential election in Georgia.
Convicted killer Alec Murdaugh is facing new disciplinary charges involving a news interview. and for using another inmate's PIN number to make a call. Court documents reveal Murdoch gave interview information to his attorney through a legal call. Now, legal calls are not recorded on the inmate phone system due to attorney-client privilege. Murdoch's attorney had recorded him reading the information and gave it to the media. Now, investigators say Murdoch then used a fellow inmate's PIN number to make a call, which is also not allowed. When officers found out Murdoch violated the policies, his tablet and phone privileges were then revoked from him. Well, the minute Idalia moved out, crews flooded into South Georgia. They say some towns were never going to be the same.
Abby Casoras shares the latest about help coming from all over the state.
Helping people displaced by the storm is the #1 focus of the state of Georgia right now. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp is heading to South Georgia on Friday to survey the damage. This is what he'll see when he gets there.
I've had multiple people texting me in Valdosta saying that city will not be the same after the cleanup's done.
This is a look at some of the damage in South Georgia. Most of the damage reports are in Ben Hill, Eccles, Clinch, and Berrien counties. High winds and heavy rain causing damage like this. Insurance Commissioner John King fresh off a trip to South Georgia to survey the damage.
Debris, signs, windows, broken glass, those things are flying through the air, and that's where a lot of our injuries occur.
These are some of the photos he took. Down trees, hitting homes, blocking roads, and causing damage. He warns you should find someone with a business license if you hire anyone to do repairs.
There's a lot of fraudsters that come in after a storm. They come in trying to get quick, trying to get people to sign contracts. They're not local, they're not licensed.
Georgia Power crews are on the ground restoring power for hundreds of thousands of Georgians who lost it. The state must meet a minimum threshold in order to qualify for federal assistance from FEMA. The governor says they'll know if the state will qualify in the next few days. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casoras.
Heading into the weekend, we're going to hang on to sunshine, cooler than normal temperatures. We'll take a look at what to expect coming up just after the break.
Plus, it's all hands on deck for people in this Savannah neighborhood as they work to clean up storm debris.
Time in today.
Cleanup is underway in a Savannah neighborhood after a giant tree fell.
And thankfully, no one was hurt there. Michaela Romero talks to one of the many people who were part of the community cleanup.
It's all hands on deck for people like Gavin Warren, who is a part of the Arbor Nature Tree Experts team.
This is our first one in Savannah, but I've been texted 3 more so far, but there's probably going to be more on the way.
He says a job like removing massive trees like this one takes about 3 to 4 hours.
Well, we kind of got to start just liming it out. He's got to pull put these branches out of the way, and then I'm going to go up in the bucket truck and let some of these branches fall, and these guys are going to clean them up. And we have a log truck on the way. He's going to load everything up and get it out of here.
But he says they have to be careful.
And down power lines, any potential branches that could spring up when you're cutting them, things like that.
And always prepared.
I mean, Andy over there he's wearing his chainsaw chaps so the chainsaw doesn't rip him up. And then, just your standard PPE, personal protective equipment.
No matter how big or small the storm or tree is, they say they are ready. But he says he is grateful the impact of Hurricane Idalia in Savannah wasn't as bad as what it could have been.
It's not too bad. We got lucky.
And it's always good to be lucky in these circumstances. I'm sure they're all busy today with these cleanup efforts around the region.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We had a few trees come down across our area, a lot of rain as well. Luckily, we're looking at beautiful weather this afternoon.
Football games can be fun, but tailgate parties, well, they can be even more fun. I'm Jamie Tucker coming up with some tech gadgets for your tailgate to make your party the talk of the parking lot.
First alert. Save thousands. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade admission. Call 855-SPA sale.
This place is my home. When I was little, I'd see Plant Vocal every day on my way to school. And today, I'm proud to say I work there. To see a pile of dirt grow into a working nuclear power plant is incredible. At Georgia Power, investments like these new nuclear units will serve our customers with reliable, zero-emissions energy for generations to come. And that is clean energy for a growing Georgia.
At Batteries Plus, we bring power to your life. Extreme heat is tough on your car battery. If you are not sure how much life is left in your car or truck battery, visit us for a free battery test today.
Well, football season is just around the corner, actually starting tonight for college fans. But if you're going to a game this year, you're probably going to spend some time at a tailgate party.
Oh yeah, that's sometimes the best part,
you
right?
have to do it.
Lots of food, maybe a game on the TV, lots of fans, lots of friends. And as our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker shows us, some gadgets can make tailgate parties even better than the games themselves.
It used to be if you wanted cold drinks at the tailgate party, you needed a lot of coolers, you needed a lot of ice. But this is a portable refrigerator freezer, runs on a battery, and it makes its own ice.
The Glacier fridge from EcoFlow has two compartments, a fridge and a freezer that can go as low as 13 degrees below zero. It'll run on a battery for up to 40 hours. This compartment makes ice, 18 cubes in about 13 minutes. It also has charging ports for phones and laptops. Now, it weighs about 50 pounds empty, but it does have wheels and a handle to get it from one place to another. Big screen TVs are more portable than ever, but you'll need power rather than a noisy generator. Battery powered generators like the EcoFlow, Anchor, and Goal Zero power stations deliver electricity quietly. Plug the TV into a large speaker so everyone can hear. The Soundcore Motion Boom has a crazy rich bass for portable speakers, while Bluetooth speakers like the JBL Flip series can link together for sound in all directions. Don't overcook because you're distracted. The Weber iGrill thermometers use probes to get the precise temperature, sends a notification to your phone when it's done. While the Meter Plus is a wireless probe that does the same thing. You set the doneness you're looking for in the app and get a notification when it's time to take it off the grill. I also suggest having a digital meat thermometer like the Thermofin Pro to get accurate temperature readings for multiple cuts of meat.
And these tech gadgets can make the tailgate even more fun than the game, especially if it's one of those weekends where your team is having some trouble. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Well, this just in, the Waynesboro Police Department asking for your help to find a missing teen. Jemiah Turner was last seen at her mother's house on Briarwood Court last year. If you have any information or know where she is, you can call the Waynesboro Police Department with the number there on the top left of your screen. Well, over the years, the Green Jackets fans have had the chance to see a few stars work their ways from here in Augusta all the way up to the big leagues.
It's fun watching. News 12 Sports Director Dan Booth joins us now to discuss the impact former Green Jacket stars, who are currently playing in Atlanta for the Braves, could have on new players finding their footing in the organization.
Having a role model or someone to look up to is unexplainably valuable in any walk of life. When it comes to sports, having someone to set the bar before you can help provide motivation and even a sense of direction to help bring the most out of yourself. For example, Brave star pitcher and current Cy Young candidate Spencer Strider, hitting machine and strong infielder Vaughn Grissom, and even right-hander Darius Vines, who made his ML debut last night on the mound for the Braves against the Rockies, all have made great impressions in the big leagues within just 2 years of playing right here in Augusta for the Green Jackets. Manager Cody Gabella says seeing the guys climb up to the majors that quickly has certainly inspired the younger players on his roster.
You can say the work that Vaughn Grissom put in and the work that Strider put in, like, that's what got them there, and they were in your shoes not too long ago. So, you know, it's comforting as a coaching staff, and I think I can speak for the organization to be able to deliver that message to the players.
The Green Jackets are out on the field at SRP Park as we speak, with last night's game getting rained out. They're playing a doubleheader with the Salem Red Sox tonight. This Green Jackets team is playing their final homestand of this season.
And luckily, Dan, the weather's going to cooperate with the Green Jackets the rest of the week. If you are heading out there this evening, temperatures should feel fantastic. 80s dropping into the 70s once you get past sunset. Now look at our full forecast just after the break.
Wrap up summer. When the cranes go up.
All right, good news for Subway lovers. You can now make your Subway experience a luxury. The sandwich chain is taking it up a notch.
This is ridiculous.
Literally.
This is ridiculous.
With their new location called Subway in the Sky.
Apparently, inside the bread aircraft is a makeshift subway where 6 people can enjoy their sandwiches in the sky all together because you need some camaraderie up there. But Subway in the Sky is coming to Kansas City, Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami next month. And for more information, you can go to register.subwayinthesky.com. I don't know why you can't just go to the sandwich shop, get it, and eat it on the ground.
Come on.
It's going to taste the same whether you're in the sky or on the ground.
That giant sandwich is hilarious.
Yeah, but like, it's ridiculous. Why do you need to do that? Come on.
You don't need to do it,
You
but
know,
but I want to see it floating in the sky.
I know.
That's hilarious. Come on, that's
a giant
hilarious.
sandwich just floating through the sky while you're inside, not even able to see that, enjoying your very average sub.
I want to be on the ground and see that, though. Like, so somebody else pay for the experience.
Are you sure? I
and
mean,
let me-
Goodyear has a monopoly on it.
I think
Goodyear
it's
has a
funny.
monopoly on the blimp business. Like, why can't a Subway blimp override NASCAR?
Or how about
Grand
Blimpy
Prix?
gets a blimp?
Blimpy, there you
Right?
go. Yeah,
Who made
that
the
makes
blimp?
sense.
Who made the blimp? That's a good question.
I don't know. I
Did
think the
Subway,
giant
did
sandwich
Subway
is
make the
funny.
blimp?
Like the original inventor?
No.
No, not that. Okay, we're too deep now.
Can we
This
just
is-
not?
listen.
No. Can we just not laugh at the giant sandwich? It's funny.
Sure.
And that was
Keep
a
it
pretty
simple.
crazy looking blimp. And I mean, I've never really, I've always wondered, where do people like sit in a blimp?
Exactly.
Like, you don't sit
How
on the inside,
so
right?
you're gonna fit 6 people? Are you expected to eat your sandwich and drive the blimp?
I
Like,
don't- but is it,
No.
pilot's like
license?
a hot air balloon to where there's something that just hangs
Yes,
underneath
it's a
it?
small little.
It's a
small
basket.
little place.
interesting. You're gonna be in trouble up there.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We got live baseball going on. We got Augie's over.